Canelo Alvarez rumored to be trying to negotiate with John Ryder. Let's talk about it. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I am back with some more boxing. Well. The great Ego Stradamus strikes again. I mean, god dang, I'm good. I'm good when it comes to this boxing game. Now, I know some of you guys, if you're new, you're scratching your head saying, oh, what is this guy talking about? So, basically, for months to a year, I told you that Canelo would seek out a challenge like John Ryder. The bottom line is this. Let's not beat around the bush. Let's jump right into it. Canelo Alvarez is running out of cherry pick opponents. And this is not to disrespect fighters in terms of calling it cherry pick, but Canelo typically fares well with certain styles. So if he can continue fighting those styles, that's what I'm referring to as a cherry pick. And that style has been flat-footed guys who are slow, guys with minimal power, kind of an Eastern European or European style. And it's no surprise you'll find several interviews from Eddie Hearns and also Canelo's own trainer, Eddie Reynoso, and they're talking about Canelo's next fight is, or could be, John Ryder. This is exactly what your boy Ego Stradamus has predicted. I'm not impressed. I don't really care about that fight. Canelo, if you look at, just really analyze what I'm about to say. If you look at Canelo's whole stint on DAZN, let's say he has 8 to 10 fights. Off the top of my head, I don't know exactly how many, right? But he has about 8 to 10 fights. How many of them were fights where your number one choice of opponent for Canelo at that given moment? Because as far as I'm concerned, Canelo Alvarez still has not fought the people that I've been wanting to see him fight for years. The only exception to that is BIVOL. And even in BIVOL, he didn't fight BIVOL particularly when BIVOL was calling him out and saying he'll fight him at 168, when I personally wanted to see it even more. He fought BIVOL after BIVOL had some performances where he looked okay, subpar, and mid. And, Canelo's running out of options. At this point, I blame DAZN, and I'm going to explain why. Because it's just like if you have a family member that's struggling with addiction and they're alcoholics, let's say, and they just got paid and you take them to the store, they have no other way to get alcohol, but then you take them to the liquor store. You already know what time it is. So you're basically an enabler. And when they get cirrhosis of the liver or, health issues, or have to get their stomach pumped or whatever because they're raging alcoholics, then you contributed to that because you were the one taking them to the store. You're an enabler, right? That's what DAZN is doing. DAZN has allowed Canelo to navigate his career and fight fights that only he wants to fight and maybe his radical fans might want to see, but the rest of us boxing fans, these aren't the fights. Like, Canelo went beating guys and even getting some stoppages the first time he meets adversity in a long while, since maybe Triple G2, right? Some real adversity. He has an opportunity at that given moment, and that's to rematch Dimitri Bivol. And like clockwork, like your boy Ego predicted, he does not do an immediate rematch, which is what you should do if you're a true champion, a true fighter, and you're rated what fans and media were rating Canelo at that time, which was number one pound for pound. You're supposed to go ahead and do the immediate rematch, much like Mayweather versus Maidana, when people thought it was too close for comfort. Mayweather versus Castillo. Andre Ward, when he was rated number one and he had a tough fight with Kovalev, immediate rematch. Sugar Ray Leonard when he lost to Roberto Duran. Shane Mosley and Oscar De La Hoya, right? This is what you do. But Canelo, he's trying to peacefully navigate and tiptoe around that, and we see it. John Ryder, the only place you can put that fight is in the UK, because the UK has never really had the chance to see Canelo fight over there, and that's what they're going to try to do. They're going to do what happens often. Have a visiting fighter go over to the UK who's elite, like Errol Spence when he knocked out Kell Brook, or Triple G when he knocked out Kell Brook, right? and that's it. And they're going to try to milk the game. To me, I think the John Ryder fight is pretty bad. I thought John Ryder, for one, I thought he lost to Danny Jacobs. He has too many losses on his resume, and this is not a fight that's big worldwide. It's only maybe even relevant in the UK. No one outside of the UK really even knows who John Ryder is. And in a division where Canelo's undisputed, and there's guys like David Benavidez, who's about to fight Caleb Plant, guys like David Morrell Jr., who put a man in a hospital, and I'm not saying this to brag, that's a fact of what happened. And there's JERMALL CHARLO and all these other bigger fights and better fights. You see what Canelo is pushing. He's picking fights with Messi and things like that online. So to me, I'm not impressed. I don't think this is a good look for Canelo, and you're seeing really the B side of Canelo's career. And, you know, if DAZN wants to keep overpaying him for these types of fights, they'll continue to lose money on Canelo Alvarez. And he's just not what people have said he is. Like in terms of he's this A-lister, and no matter who he's fighting, he's this Mayweather character. That's not true, you know, and I think the numbers will show from the John Ryder fight. The tickets are so cheap in the UK, you can have a packed building and it's still not going to be equivalent. Like Joshua Klitschko can have more people in the building, but look at the live gate versus Wilder versus Fury Part 3, and then holler back at me. So let me know. This was easy to predict that Canelo would fight with a John Ryder. I don't really even care about the Canelo man fans who are going to accept anything that Canelo does and say, oh, he's coming off surgery and he needs a tune-up. I mean, he's elite. How come Errol Spence is not fighting tune-ups when he's getting in car accidents, which is not your hand, it's your whole body. Your whole body, when he's coming from detached retinas. So you mean to tell me Errol Spence has more heart than Canelo? Because that's what it's looking like. Drop your thoughts in the comment section and explain that. For all the people who are going to say, oh, Canelo needs a tune-up because he has an alleged hand surgery or whatever, explain why Errol Spence is not doing tune-ups. Peace. And I'm out. Introducing Super Thanks. Right here on the official Boxingego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with a $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new, interactive, and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.